Welcome back to Thrive Thursday. So, today we're going to look at some concrete strategies and ways to implement each of the 5 R's that I outlined on Monday with compassion, flexibility, and evidence based support. So, let's unpack all of the strategies for each of these 5 R's. So, the first one is relationship. How do we stay in relationship with our kids when everyone is busy doing their own thing? So, one thing we can do is use a 10-minute connection ritual on a daily basis. So, that might just be there's no phones, no agendas, we're just being really present and attuned to each other. So, that might look like a bedtime chat with your little ones, that might look like a walk with the dog and your teenager, or that might look like just sharing some time together where you're drawing or reading or just talking about your day. So what we want to try is for little people using a time in instead of a time out for young kids. So that is just talking about staying close to them and helping them co-regulate, because we need to borrow another person's nervous system to actually help us regulate when we are dysregulated. So we may use statements like, I love you no matter what, even when we're upset with each other. Okay, so any of those types of moments are opportunities to still show your kids that you are committed to being in a positive relationship with them, even when things are going a bit rough. The second area is reflection. So using post-conflict journaling for yourself to explore, what did I feel at that moment when maybe I lost my cool a little bit? What was I modeling? What does my child need in those moments, right? And then practice mindfulness-based grounding to reduce the likelihood that you might react before you respond. So we want to put a pause in there so that we are responding, not reacting. So we might kind of pay attention to parts of ourselves, right? Like, what part of me got activated right then? So understanding ourselves is going to help us relate better to our kids. Now, number 3 is one of the most important things, repair. So we're going to have some ruptures in our relationship. That's normal, right? But how do we repair it? So saying clearly, I was frustrated and I raised my voice. I'm sorry, that wasn't okay. Teaching kids it's okay to make mistakes by modeling self-compassion for yourself and for them, right? Saying, I am sorry that I was angry. I need to be kinder to myself and kinder to you, and I'm going to work on doing better next time. When they have big feelings and big reactions, naming that for them, saying, it's okay, that is really normal to have big feelings. It's not okay to hit your brother, but I understand that you were feeling very frustrated or overwhelmed. So using self-compassion to understand where they are at. Then using collaborative problem solving. What can we both do differently next time if we're in this situation again? Okay, area number 4 is rules. Okay, so using visual charts for young kids and collaborative rule setting with older kids to have some structure and boundaries in place. Frame rules as boundaries that protect us, not to punish, right? So I want you home at 11 p.m. because I feel more comfortable with you being at home and safe at that time than being out where other things might be going on that are harder for us to control late at night in our community. Checking consistency, so predictability creates psychological safety. So trying to be really intentional about doing things consistently. Rules need to be consistent. That also creates psychological safety. If they know what the rules are, even though they may pretend they don't like them, it actually creates psychological safety for them so they know what to expect. And area number 5 is responsiveness. So pause before reacting, what emotion is underneath their behavior. So understanding what are they actually trying to communicate. Narrate with attunement. So naming it again for them, right? You're so frustrated right now because that didn't go how you wanted. Mirror their feelings without fixing it. I see that this is really hard for you, but I'm here to support you through it. Now, a quote I want you to consider is there is no such thing as perfect parenting. There's just intentional, connected parenting done with love and repair. That quote's from me. All right, you got this. I will see you next week. Take good care.